Yo, what's good, people? So, today in this video, we're going to be talking about how I built the most consistent routine I've ever been in my entire life. Now, it's a very simple uh, method, and it doesn't take too much effort to actually build this method within yourself. But basically, the whole idea of how I got consistent was the just show up mentality. Now, it's a very simple mentality, and it really allows you to make sure that you're making progress. It doesn't have to be insane progress. That's actually the whole point. The point is you're building up these small gains over time to the point where you keep getting growth and you're getting a little bit better every day. It doesn't have to be like 10%, 20% better each day. It can be just 0.01% better each day, but some progress is better than none. Now, there's this graph known as the plateau of latent potential. And this graph has a exponential line and a linear line. Now, people believe that progress happens in a linear fashion, and in reality, progress happens on a more exponential graph. Because if you look at the math uh, with the exponential graph and you keep using these 0.1% gains each day, you'll see that if you do the math, it'll actually be exponential rather than linear. I'm not going to delve into the math into this video, but the whole premise of that is you will hit an exponential curve. Now, the thing is with these small little growths each day is you'll eventually hit that exponential curve. And somebody that might be struggling, some days they do something, some days they don't do anything. You're going to be making these small, tiny gains over time, which will actually, in the long term, net you a lot more results. Now, an example of just showing up would be something like the greatest example is for reading. For reading, it can be just you open your book, you read a line. Now, you may seem like, what? Just a line? That's nothing. And that's the whole point. The point is you're building that habit, and eventually one line is going to be so easy to you, uh, it's going to feel like nothing. And then maybe you start reading a page. Uh, Obviously, you guys know progressive overload. You progressively overload over time, and it builds that habit, and it allows you to do more. So eventually, you may start with a single line of work, but you're going to be building up into maybe 20 pages. Maybe you're reading a whole book in a week, something you never think is possible. Now, a really big key to building this mentality is lowering your ego. At the start, you may think, oh, I can do way more than that. I have so much more potential. And that is the case. But the thing is, you don't have that consistency or that discipline to actually follow through with a plan that's crazy. Like, an example that I like is someone who's just going to the gym, they're really motivated. In that motivated state, you're going to be like, yeah, I can go in 3 hour workouts 6 times a week. But in reality, that one day that you're not motivated, you're not going to go because you're depending on the state of motivation. So when you don't have that state of motivation, you're going to be discouraged to go because in your motivated state, you've set this massive expectation that you know you won't be able to achieve when you're in that unmotivated state. So lower your ego, set the bar really low, and build up over time. It's a very simple concept. Just start simple, a page, maybe you're learning one concept, and then eventually that's going to be so easy to do that you just keep going up. And there is going to be this point called the valley of depression where it's the point of the linear graph. You'll see in the image in front of you that there's a linear part and then the exponential part, the part where you think you should be a lot higher than you are. So you're on the exponential curve, but uh, you think you should be on the linear curve at a certain point. That's called the valley of depression. The way you just surpass that is just realizing that I just need to stick this through, and eventually I'm gonna hit these gains that are imperceivable to the human mind. That's why things like meditation are like you have to do them for multiple weeks before you actually see any benefits. The thing is, there is an exponential curve, and until you actually hit the curve, you're not going to see many benefits. So be patient, stay patient, and how this relates to getting out of something like depression is it's very simple. Instead of like as a depressed person, you usually have no energy, you're stuck in your bed, you don't feel like doing anything, you have like no energy basically at all. And a very simple way that you can use this mentality to kind of build yourself out is start with, if you're stuck in your bed all day, start by maybe just getting out of your bed. Then you could start making your bed every day. Then maybe you're feeling a little better, you can start doing a little bit of journaling, starting a little bit of meditation. You just keep building up over time, and you keep this momentum going. You're gonna have a lot of momentum, and this consistency is gonna put you on that exponential curve, as I've said previously. Now, there's this case that I like to talk about where there's two different people. Think about this one person who goes 110% in the gym, they kill themselves every day, but every now and then they miss 1 week, 2 week, they just take random breaks. And there's this other person who, he is a very consistent person. He never misses a day in the gym, but he doesn't go super hard. He goes maybe 70%. Now, to someone who doesn't know that consistency is the most important factor, you're going to think that the person who kills himself in the gym is going to make the most progress. And they may make better progress in the short term, but the thing is that 1 to 2 training break is going to kill their momentum. It's going to, first of all, it's going to discourage them, because when they come back to the gym, they're going to be at a point that was lower than their old self. They're going to have less muscle. They're basically going to be catching up to their old self, while the consistent person is going to be consistently moving forward. So this is like a continuously one step forward, one step forward. This is like a couple steps forward, and then you're just leaping backwards. That's why consistency is the most important factor, and it's the one way that you can easily get the dream body you want, build up a crazy mental health, get out of depression, kill anxiety. You will literally become a new person just by showing up. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like the video, share it to your friends if you guys think it can help them. But I appreciate you for watching.